Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Kayla C1, manners and respect. Thank you so much for being here. Sonia Unstoppable, thank you so much for being here. Arlene K Unstoppable, thank you. Laura Newman and Sash, good morning. Thank you for being here. Michelle Williams and Paula W, thank you for being here. Shout out to the entrepreneurs. Shout out to the stay-at-home moms and pops. Shout out to the retirees. You know, the people that are retired but are comfortably retired. We're trying to get to that one day, right? So shout out to them. Shout out to my truck drivers, my Uber driver, my Lyft driver, delivery drivers around town, especially my long distance truck drivers. Shout out to Troy Stars Trucking. Again, if you are interested in the trucking industry, brothers, get up, get out there, get yourself a career path that pays. And this is one of the ways. If you love driving and you're into trucks and all these things, Troy Stars Trucking, go check out that channel. I promise you, I will not steer you wrong. Shout out to, let me see, who else gets it this morning? Shout out to my favorite show that's on YouTube right now. Somebody asked yesterday if it was on Netflix, where they can find it. It is on YouTube. It is called The Bartender. It's a Jamaican series shot in Jamaica with all Jamaican cast, directed by Jamaican, and it is addictive to say the least. A new episode comes out every Sunday, but you will have to go catch up right now upon the other episode them. And I'm telling you, it's worth it. Shout out to who else now? Shout out to my wife, Brains and the Beat. Go over to Brains and the Beat channel. Make sure we got a couple of things to talk about this morning. Your connection is unstable. All right, watch this. My cord fell out. I need a new cord. I need a new cord. All right, my cord fell out. I put it back. We're on the go. There's one more I want to shout out this morning. Chairs and Benches. Those two sisters, Chairs and Benches. Shout out to Chairs and Benches this morning. Chairs and Benches, they're located in Canada. Shout out to my Canadian family. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with the channel and supporting the movement. Shout out to Chairs and Benches TV. Cheers, Cheers. Chairs and Benches TV. Just Chairs and Benches in YouTube search engine and go and find the thing. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff this morning. Big up to my people. We say productivity and progress. All right. That means to make sure you are being productive and make sure. And once you're being productive, there will be progress. All right. So study productivity, study progress. That's what we deal with. Let me get my cup of tea. I'm rocking with some green tea this morning. That's it. We're about to start. We're going to do a cleanse right after this show is finished this morning. So we're about to start, restart, kickstart, flush out everything, start again. We have been eating vegan for the last 4 months, and then we kind of backslide because Thanksgiving came around. Wifey decided she wanted to do her own Thanksgiving spread instead of going to relatives, and we did that. And then we had to eat the food. So it's like something spiral out of control from Thanksgiving Day right on till now. It's just bare foolishness we've been eating. Not necessarily eating bad, but still not as good as we were. So we're going to get back on track this morning again. And it's a mutual decision. All right. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning, people. So come on in, come on in. So I don't know if you know it, but Spice, and a lot of you might be like, oh, who named Spice? For the elders that are in here that left dancehall reggae music a long time ago, and you only listen to church music, Spice is the reigning dancehall queen. Undisputed. She is that. She holds that position. She has put in the work to earn that position, and she has it. So she's the reigning dancehall queen. She's somebody that is not only known in Jamaica, in our circle, or in the Caribbean, she is known around the world. It was Spice that was in, believe it was somewhere in Europe. I think it was Belgium. It was Spice that was in Belgium when she was doing a part of her tour last year, and she took us to the place where there was that sign that I think it was called the Bombaclat Festival. They actually have a festival over there called the Bombaclat Festival, and it's a huge event where thousands and thousands of Europeans turn up to this event to hear good music and have a good time in our name, Jamaican culture. And look what them name the festival. Them name it the Bombaclat Festival. So she was saying that how come we can't curse in Jamaica, as if, you know, if our entertainers use a curse word on stage and a live show, they're fined. And curse words is something that is out of our, well, they want to put it out of our vocabulary, but the debate is still there. Is it a curse word? Is it just a expression term? What makes it a curse word? Big something. So anyway, Spice, huge. Spice dancer. Her dancer has come out, made a very tearful video crying, and she accused Spice's baby father, the man of her children, the father of her children. She accused Spice's baby father of raping her, right? Spice followed up that video with her own video, and in her own video, she said that he did rape her. He did rape the girl. Now, that is a very complicated situation, but we're going to talk about that a little bit. I got some other things I want to talk about this morning. Laden, the dancehall artist that I told you got the gun charge, not Tommy Lee, because Tommy Lee just picked up his gun charge. Laden got a gun charge. He pled guilty. Yesterday, he was sentenced. And we're going to talk about that a little bit, but we're not going to really talk about Laden. We're going to talk. I told you I was going to stay close and see how many years they get him. We're going to talk about that as it applies to a broader picture. All right, you might want to hear for that one day. And then two little miscellaneous stories that I wanted to share. So let me share my miscellaneous stories before we go anywhere. All right, so, you know, every morning I get up, I gather myself, I go outside after I wash my face, brush my teeth, and these things. I go outside and I stand in my front yard and I clear my mind. This morning, while I was there sitting on a chair in my front yard, a pit bull appeared in front of me. And it's not no little fenke dog. Remember the word fenke? It's not no little fenke dog. This pit bull look like it's lifting weights. Whoever has this pit bull is well fed. And it's dark outside, but I can clearly see from the street light that it's a pit bull. Big, heavy pit bull. The pit bull broad and stand up, soft like him bow-legged. And the pit bull has a collar on its neck. The pit bull did not make no noise or anything. But I am such a person, right, that whenever I am in public, I am always scanning my sector. So anytime I step out my door, outside my house door, it's game on for me until I get back in to my house. So I'm outside, and although I'm relaxing and getting my thoughts together for the morning show, my eyes are going everywhere. So I see something move over here, so no sound except for like a little leaf ruffle. And me turn and look, me and the pit bull, I make 4. I tell you what, it took me about 1 millisecond just now to reach inside my house. I am absolutely sure it did not take more than 1 second. And I got inside of my house quickly this morning. I was drinking a bottle of water. So I pushed my hand back through the door and splashed the water everywhere outside like this and closed the door. Point of that story is, whenever you are outside in public, scan your sector. In other words, be aware of your surroundings, have a game plan, and be prepared to move fast. I kid you not. This is a constant thing in my head. The constant thing in my head is this. If I walk into a room, I am already looking at where to sit myself in case somebody go crazy in this room and start shoot up the room. I'm looking at how to exit, without being injured and all these other things. Just by walking in any room, that's one of the first things that I do. And I do it, and I've been doing it for so long that it becomes a natural part of me. And the same thing when I'm outside. Every time I sit outside, I always say to myself, what would you do right now if somebody just pull up and start shoot? Or if somebody just appear from out the bushes and start running after you with a knife? Don't ask me why I think them things are people. That is just how I think. Maybe it's the military, but that's how I think. And that chain of thought and me rehearsing in my mind constantly what I would do actually paid off this morning. Me reach inside so fast, me not even see myself move. You hear me? I didn't even see myself move how fast me reach inside this morning. It was literally 1 millisecond. That's it. And the smoothness of how I grab the door lock, turn, get inside, close. I am ready for go. I am ready for go. Time shift. Original Explorer says time shift. I swear it was one of those, and I'm inside. As me see the pit bull, man, and the pit bull not said nothing. No, the pit bull just stood there. It appeared. I turned. I looked at it. Me and it, I make 4, and out of nowhere, I was inside. I was studying back my moves from outside. I may laugh when we reach inside because I'm like, yo, you got inside quick. Anyhow, with that being said, who that? JOJ says that's me. You have to be observant. Yes, you do. And I teach my kids that. My children are new generation children. Every one of them own a phone, right? Every one of them own except for Kai, because Kai is only 2, and except for Milani, because Milani is only 6 months old. So all my other kids own a cell phone. When you carry them out in public, this is them. They don't look up. They don't look around. I take them on road trips. The whole road trip, I'll drive from here to, say, Georgia, Atlanta. And from Florida to Atlanta, my kids are either like this with their own devices, or they're like this. And I'm thinking, in my time, we were so excited to go anywhere, and we didn't have these distractions, that we would literally be like this the whole time. Because we want to see everything that's passing. Not my children. They're not interested. And I find that it makes them socially awkward as well. Because this is how we were taught to communicate. Speak to the people around you. It's a long road trip. We are going to talk. We are going to sing song. We are going to play games together. And then whoever fall out, sleep. Not my kids. My kids get in the vehicle that everybody have them own cell phone and their snacks. And they self-maintain. They don't even speak to each other, really. I have to literally say, turn off all devices, put the devices away, and start talking to each other. So, comes in handy. All right. One more story again. So, manners and respect for those of you who didn't hear me say it before, and thank you for being here. You are on the air this morning with SouFLoTV on a thing that we call Morning Thoughts. All right. Now, a next story now. Somebody said the pit bull probably wondered where you're there. I'm telling you, I got inside so fast, me have to laugh. And I literally had to retrace my steps. Like, how you get inside so quick? I had to laugh. I've been rehearsing this in my head over and over and over. And it so happened that I needed it. And just like that, I was able to execute. See? Morning, Fly Labels. Good morning, good morning. Sonia Unstoppable says, it's your military training. I deal with vets and most say that. I am the same way. When I'm in a building, I always look for exit. No sitting with back to the door. You know what time it is. That's the code right there. No sitting with my back to the door. I never sit with I don't care if it's a restaurant. I don't care if it's a party that I'm in, a club. I don't care if it's I never sit with my back to the door. Never sit with my back to the door. I have to sit somewhere where I can see everybody else. I need to see who is coming and who is leaving the building. And that is the most important part of the building. It's the exit, entrance exit point. Because anybody who does anything bad inside that's going to try to escape, they're not going to try to escape through the roof. They're going to go through the door. And anybody who is coming in to hurt anybody that's in there, they're not going to come through the roof. They're going to come through the door. So I'm paying. And if me have to run for save my life, I am not going through the roof. I'm going through the door. So may I pay attention to the door. It's a very important part. Never sit and put my back to a door. All these kind of things. And you are absolutely right. This is Sonia Unstoppable. You are absolutely right. But you work with vets. So you understand what I'm talking about. Right? All right. The next one. I'm outside yesterday morning or day before yesterday morning. And, you know, I'm outside. I get right in the early morning. They sit down on my chair and thing. And I didn't hear it. But I saw something moving again. Tell me why. The police put on a low light and crept down my street. By the time the police reached close to where I was at, now I'm telling you like something about myself that other don't know. So by the time the police reached where I was at, reach up to my driveway, it was too late for me to move. I wasn't doing anything. Maybe I have a big spliff in my finger them, so, and a cup of tea, and my phone right there, so. And the police come right there, and I'm on my property, but I'm smoking marijuana, and the police come and drive past, didn't stop, and I didn't pay them much mind. I said I'm not gonna get up and run and act suspicious so they can come knock my house door down or anything. Why this lady park where I couldn't see her and walk back up, quietly walk back up and up? I have two vehicles. One of my vehicles stays in the garage. The other vehicle I park it crossways my front door because I have a strategy in mind. All right. If the caca hits the fan, I'm ready to go. I didn't see her. She walked back up. She used my vehicle as shield, hid herself, and crept around. And when she appeared in front of me, there I was with a big spliff right there, so, and a police officer standing right here. I'm holding my phone. This is day before yesterday morning. I'm holding my phone. So I said like this. Now, mind you, this is a white woman. I'm a black man, okay? I've lived in places before, like when I lived in Brooklyn. I don't care if you did out there smoke a cigarette. I don't care if you was out there just holding a cigar in your hand. Matter of fact, I had a police officer. I came from the store, the corner store, and I had a cigar. It was a cigar, okay? We were gathering at the barbershop, big bottle of Hennessy. Some people coming from, because that was a meeting point for everybody that comes in from the Caribbean. They would come meet at that barbershop, and plus all of his friends and everything, and we would gather there. Big bottle of Hennessy, haven't seen a friend in a while, take a shot of Henny, you know, a man light up a big cigar and then reminisce. I went to the corner store to get a cigar, and I'm coming back with a cigar. A police officer actually walked up on me, grabbed my hand like this. Just grab my hand enough. I'm not doing nobody nothing. I work right around the corner. Grab my hand like this, held my hand up in the air like this. Now a grown man, grab your hand, holding your hand in the air like this. And I'm holding on to the cigar. And he's holding the hand that has the cigar. And him start shake my hand so. This man is shaking my hand like this. And he's saying, let it go, let it go. So I'm in the moment, I'm confused because it just happened out the blue, right? So I'm let go of the cigar. I can clearly see you wear police uniform. You got a gun on your hip and a badge on your chest. So I let the cigar go. This man crushed out my cigar with his foot, rolled out my cigar on the ground, crushed it out. Then while he was holding on to my hand, and then he threw my hand down like this and said, you're lucky, and kept walking. And I said, you're not gonna buy me back my cigar like that? The man never even turned around. He didn't even turn around to acknowledge me or what he just did. So when that officer showed up and did her little sneaky thing and appeared right there, that brought me back to a flashback. And I'm sitting there and I got a spliff right here. So for those of you who are going to say, SouFlo, you smoke weed? Me never know say SouFlo smoke and all these things. So time as time goes by, I reveal certain things about myself to my audience, right? So there's something that is called medical marijuana. And as you know, a combat infantry veteran like myself, I am sharp, but too sharp is what they call it for being out here. So if you're in that state all the time, they consider it to be something that is not healthy for you because you need fight or flight, and they both play a role. But if you're always in fight or always in flight, it's not good. So them have to bring it back to a center. See? So I don't want to take them whole heap of pills. They've prescribed me long list of things. And every time I went and I said, hey, this one make the right side of my head hurt. It feels strange. Okay, we'll just switch you to another one. They have a list of stuff they want to give to you. I go back and I say, hey, this one, I haven't felt my penis move in days. Like, it's weird. Okay, that's not good. They take that one off. They give you another one. Go with one next one. So I say, you know what? Them things have too many side effects. So I'm not messing with any of that. So I went to a herbal doctor, and then from the herbal doctor to through some other kinds of therapies and blah blah blah, and the flower is what they call it came into play. And I said, you know what? Let me try that. And do you want it in edibles or do you want it in this or in that? So I chose the tree, the plant, and that's what I work with. See? Anyhow, when the police appeared yesterday morning, I have my thing, my mind there now. I tell my brothers this all the time, and I tell my sisters this all the time. Whatever land you are living in, make sure you study the laws of the land and know the laws of the land and how to execute them. And then you have a fighting chance. Yeah? All right. So I'm split there, so she look upon me, I look upon she. I said, I had my phone right here. So I said, I looked at her once and looked back at my phone. I kept scrolling my phone. I said, good morning, without looking at her. Good morning. And I heard, good morning, did you call us? I said, give me a second, just like that. I don't know if she thinks I mean I put the phone on record or whatever, but I said, give me a second. So you can't talk to them like, oh, I'm so afraid of you, and officer, and that's why you're spliff on. You have to do that when you're doing something illegal. Basically, true means a man where if them catch me with gun, they're gonna find a license for it. If them catch me with ganja, they're gonna find a ID card, license for it. Anything them catch me with, they're gonna find that I went through their laws to get it. And I have papers saying that I am allowed to get it and keep it on my persons. Seeing? So the law is there for everybody else as well as it's there for you. Use the law. Use the law. No need to walk around if you don't have any criminal record. No need to walk around with a gun on you and talking about, yeah, me have to protect myself out here. Do you have a criminal record? No. And I see a lot of brothers do it. You have a criminal record? No. So why don't you're legal here, right? Yes. Why don't you go through the proper process? Pay your little fee, get your firearm, and then go through the proper process and get your ID that allows you to carry, right? So me can carry, me can walk around with my thing under my clothes, go everywhere, all kind of stuff. If they stop and frisk, do you have a weapon on you? I says yes, and I have a license to carry it. Okay, let me see your license. What kind of weapon is it? And you talk to them from there on out. See? Matter of fact, if they stop, is there a weapon in your vehicle? There's a license for the weapon that's in my vehicle, and there is a weapon in my vehicle. See? Anyhow, we're not for fling with things because we know we're legal. We live like big, responsible people. So she's looking at, she'll look on it now, and now I move it now. And I'm waiting for her to say, why are you smoking marijuana? Or something like that. I was waiting. But I think, so the vehicle that's parked in my front yard, it actually has, because I'm a proud infantry soldier, it's my experience, it's what I lived and went through. And through that brotherhood, I gained friends for life, real friends. Friends that I know would either kill or die for me, friends. So on the back of my red truck there's a big blue sticker that says infantry. The truck carries a army license plate, and there is my Iraq war veteran and other type of stuff stick up on the back. So me see I read the back of the truck, And she looked at me again. She looked at this, and I'm still a whole it so. She goes, well, somebody made a call. I don't know if it was from this address. I don't know if it was anonymous. She already talking in foolishness, because I know that when people make calls to the police, they can't come run up on you and talk about, we got an anonymous call. Was it from your house? Because if somebody called anonymously, they want to be anonymous. So you don't go looking for who might have called anonymously. So right away, her conversation was off track for me. So I said to myself, I'm setting myself up now for the drama that I'm thinking is coming. I said, and my split still no move yet. I look upon her now. Now I'm looking at her dead in her face. And she goes, somebody made a call about a noise. I said, you know what? My wife might have made that call. Because I don't know, some new people moved into the neighborhood, and 2 houses down, there's this noise that goes all day, all night. They might shut it off for like 5 minutes, and it's loud as hell, especially in the bedroom, the master bedroom, which is on that side of the house. So I said, my wife might have called. I mean, we have a small baby in there, and that noise goes 24/7, and it echoes inside the house. So she might have given you a call. She goes, this what Uman said. Well, next time you hear the noise, it doesn't matter if it's a day or night, give us a call right when you hear the noise. The noise was going while she was standing there. I said, that's the noise. She said, that's the noise? I said, yeah, that's the noise. Here are. Do you know which house it's coming from? Me no police. How me if you know which house it's coming from? It's your job to go find out which house it's coming from and tell them to turn off the noise so people can sleep at nighttime. Don't it? All right. But I could have said that, but I didn't. So I just stared at her. Me staring at her, holding my thing right there, so she didn't mention nothing about it. When she was leaving, she said, all right, baby, and called me baby, all these things. And then she left. But the way she was looking at it, and when she first came up to me and she snuck around my vehicle, she had her hand on her gun. And I thought to myself, this, pardon my language, I said, this bitch looked like she about to shoot me sitting at my front door. But I didn't let it worry me I was bothered, but I wasn't worried to the point like, oh God, and throw away my spliff and fling on my phone or nothing. You have to be ready, and you have to be conscious of your surroundings and those around you. So yes, I had my phone and I was ready. I could have easily went record just like that, and I wouldn't have moved that thing. But she kept her hand on her gun until I looked her in her face. Then she moved her hand. Her next move was when she moved her hand, she put her hands behind her like this. And she was talking from that position. And then she crossed her hands in front of her like this. May I watch her every move? She crossed her hands. So she's making it plain to me that I'm not going to touch my gun again. I kind of feel bad that I came up on you like that with my hand on my gun. Now, what if I had made a sudden move? Her hand is already on her gun. Do you think that she's going to lift her hand off the gun to see a big black man run? She's going to lift her hand off her gun and say, wait, stop. No, these people are dangerous, man. She have the hand on the gun, you know. Me there, me yard, you know. She have her hand on her gun. The next thing she could have done was pull the gun, right? And she's going to pull the gun like they always do and say, stop, stop. So even when we're living in safe neighborhoods, we are not safe, okay? And I mean, police, she out here doing her job, but we already know how the stereotype goes, and we already know how we get treated when we get into altercations. So I'm trying to tell you that be aware of your surroundings, and I'm also trying to tell you, say, use the law. Use the law. Just like how the law is there for the white man, the Hispanic man, the Indian man, the same laws are there for you as well, right? You can't block your number and call 911. We have a non-emergency number, Mar Hen. We have a non-emergency number. So if you're going to call about noise in your neighborhood, you call your police hotline. That is a non-emergency number. because noise in your neighborhood is not an emergency. Nobody is dying. No gunshot never bust. Nobody no stab up, no blood no run. It's just noise in your neighborhood. My neighbors are making a lot of noise. So you call the non-emergency number. And at the non-emergency number, you can remain anonymous. Anyhow, here we go. So use the laws. Use the laws because the laws are there and you can use them as well. Stop talking about, oh, I always see white people with guns. You can have guns too. I always see white, you could do that too, right? So use the laws. Now, my encounter with the police this morning, Pitbull appeared before me. Laden on the FLA. Laden and the FLA. So this dancehall artist now named Laden, he got sentenced yesterday. I told you I would keep up with the story, and this is the final part of the story. He got sentenced yesterday to 5.5 years in prison in Jamaica for possession of firearm, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He was sentenced to 5.5 years. He will have to do 4 years before he can come out. That is what the judge stipulated. Some people are saying, man, that's harsh. 5.5 years just for having an illegal weapon. Some people are saying that's not harsh. They need to set an example because there are a lot of people there with illegal firearms and they need to know that if they get caught, the consequences is so severe, right? All right. I'm on both sides of the spectrum. Watch this. Speaking of guns and ownership, the FLA in Jamaica, or the party or the entity that is responsible for the paperwork and the process where people can have a legal firearm, they are biased. They are running some shamrock for operation because there are people that have been literally waiting forever. Good, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens have been waiting forever. They've gone through the proper channels. Like me, I tell them, say, use the law. They've gone through the proper channels. They don't want to carry an illegal weapon. But in a country where we go consistently over 1,000 murders per year by gunshot, criminals are rampant. They carry guns. Some of them have guns better than our law enforcement officials. And if you are anybody that look like you're dealing with progress, you are a target. Laden was young. Laden drives a nice Mercedes Benz. He's already a target. He's already a target to extortionists. And I said it in the other video, they're extorting Miss Matty down the road with our little shop in the community. A lady I run a cook shop and they were extorting the lady. Matter of fact, they came in there and killed her son. And her son was going to University of the West Indies. It's a cook shop the woman run. And send our son go university and is paying his fees and everything. And they came in there, they extorted that lady before. And they came back again because she decided she's not paying this extortion thing. Poor little me. And it so happened that her son was there that morning. And them kill our son in at the cook shop. So if they're going to kill people, well, cook food for sale, imagine what they're going to do to you when you are perceived to be famous, when you are perceived to be rich, you're a celebrity, because that's the status that he has in the country, and you are drive around in a nice Mercedes Benz, you have money, man. You're liable for some extortion. See? Whether they want to take your pockets or they want to bill you every time you come through, you have to pay this much per month and all this other thing. I don't know if y'all saw the movie Shutters. I think Shutters is one of the movies that kicked off, it sparked a flame that has gone into a wildfire. Because after Shutters dropped, that whole generation that followed Shutters was just trying to live like how we and them was living in Shutters. Go watch the movie if you haven't seen it, and then you will see what I'm talking about. So Laden got 5.5, got to do 4. But my thing is this. This is the option that the average law-abiding, tax-paying citizen in Jamaica has. They go to the FLA, they do their paperwork, them can't get a license firearm. They're left at the mercy of gunmen. So what other choice do I have? What other options do I have? The sad part about this brother's story is that he did lodge complaints. He did lodge complaints recently about his life being in danger. He went to the law. He went to the law. He made a complaint. He told about his life being in danger. He's getting death threats. People are come after him. He said nothing was being done about it. Now, you can guess if he made death threats or not, but that's easily verifiable, right? Nothing was being done about it, so he felt the need to protect himself. And there he was carrying a gun. So happens that the gun is illegal. I just only wish that it would be like here in the States. I don't care what nobody want to say, because some people are like, no, them need to get all the guns off the island. Some people are not rational thinking people. The amount of guns that are on that island, there is no way in God Greenland that they can get all the guns off the island. Also, there is no way that badman and gunman, because I've heard people suggest it, why don't they have a gun buyback program? Okay, so me have my gun. My gun is my tool that I use to make money. When we go extort people, when we go rob businessman, when we go do this and that, buy back. So I'm gonna come give you my gun for whatever little bit of money you're gonna give me, and then what? So they're suggesting all these things that don't work. And I'm telling you that the only thing that is going to work and be respected is when they start training the citizens to use their firearms. And when they fix that FLA system to where normal tax-paying, law-abiding citizens can actually go through the process and in a reasonable amount of time expect the process to be done and your firearm to be in your possession along with your license to carry it. Literally years. So I'm supposed to wait years for gunman to come kill me? If that's my choice, if that is the only choice that you have, is to either, or the only choices is to either wait for gunman to come kill you or wait for FLA to take years to give you a legal firearm to defend yourself after you're telling them, look, my life is in danger. I'm not a regular person, by the way. I'm considered a celebrity here. You know that. My life is in danger. They don't do nothing. FLA not doing nothing. So I'm supposed to just sit around and wait on FLA. So I saw some comments yesterday that was beating him so bad. Yes, a gunman. If he wasn't a gunman, what am I do with illegal gun? And I try to tell people, man, you can criticize people all you want to until you have to walk in their shoes. Just like Buju Banton said, who can afford to run will run. What about those who can't? They will have to stay. See? So because you're living somewhere safe, probably overseas in one of them quiet suburban neighborhoods there, where you can sit back comfortably and talk about, his gunman, his life wasn't in no danger. Who are you? About the man life wasn't in no danger. He went to the police more than once. So you mean his life wasn't in no danger? Is that what you would tell your child when your child comes home and tells you that my life is in danger? You're going to tell them, your life not in no danger, man. Go sit down. The man say, life is in danger. I see people are talking about, nah, gunman. When would I do with gun if him never a gunman? Understand the dynamics of how this is. And this is about disarming the Jamaican citizen. So this gone bigger than Laden. This is about disarming the Jamaican citizen and leaving them vulnerable at the mercy of gunmen. That's what this is. Okay? And when this happens, what you have is what we see now. Gunmen that are proud to be gunmen. Gunmen that they do their dirt in the middle of the day, in broad daylight, in busy areas. And the only report we get is, yeah, I'm jump on a motorbike or waiting yang and sped off, or he ran off into nearby bushes. and your child is laying there on the road with his head split open and everything outside that was in it. So disarm the citizens. This is a part of their agenda, okay? And they've made Jamaican citizens, the average citizen, so afraid of a gun. Lord, me no want it round me. Me will pray to Jesus. Listen, God helps those who help themselves. All right? You were given the ability to learn how to use one. You were given the ability to study the law and be within the confines of the law. You were given the ability to get up and go get one for yourself and help to protect yourself. It's going to be a sad day to see a gunman coming at you and you're trying to fling a Bible while he's firing gunshots. Tell me how it work out, because I want to know. Because if it work, no, for real, if it work, may I walk around with little Bible all over me. That means if somebody start something and them want to bust my head, guess what? Yeah, fling Bibles. Or may I fling Bible verses. Tell me how that work out for you. So the people are left in a way where they're at the mercy of these gunmen. In the place that I live and in the places that I travel to. So I travel extensively throughout the south of the United States of America, right? In the places that I've lived and in the place I live now, you're not breaking into anybody's house around here unless you want dead. That's not asking, it is what it is. We have ranges here. So when we have instructors here, and these are models that I try to emulate and present to the Jamaican government. Rise up some facilities across the island where some range where the people them can go shoot, zero up them weapon, make sure it's shooting fine, where they can go get lessons, teach them how to operate a weapon safely. And then, of course, speed up the FLA process so the people them can get them gun when them need them gun. Instead of you sitting there for years, but their buddies all carry guns and multiple guns. So it's like they've turned it into something where you have to know is who, or you and your police friend them, or you and your soldier friend them. They choose who they give it to. Here where I live, they don't choose who they give it to. You qualify. You don't have a criminal record. You're at or above the legal age limit to own one. You are qualified. You have the right, the constitutional right to bear arms and to use deadly force within the law, to use deadly force to protect your life. It's that simple. It's that simple. Yo, if you don't think that this is a part of the agenda to disarm the people and leave them vulnerable at the mercy of gunmen, ask those funeral homes. Ask those funeral homes, because those funeral homes, now this is rumors that I've heard, yeah? But prominent people and politicians involved as in invested in funeral homes. Funeral homes don't have hand and feet enough to bury people. So they're wealthy rich. And this happens decade after decade after decade. I told you, well over a decade now, Jamaica has been hitting over 1,000. And we're not talking about, again, we're not talking about accidents. We're not, we call them tear up themselves every day upon the road. Fast and furious, my boss, and write it off. Kill off themselves and people on the road. We're not talking about accidents. We're not talking about natural causes of death like ailments, people dead from diabetes, complication, heart attack, stroke, all these things. We're not talking about those. We're not talking about people aging out and dying naturally because you don't live past certain age, you're dead. We're not talking about those. Those are added deaths. Funeral homes are busy because those, combined with over 1,000 murders per year, they don't want these people to be able to protect themselves. They don't want them. And I said this before and again. I think it's pepper spray. I don't remember. If Brains was on here this morning, she would tell me. I don't remember if it's pepper spray or mace. One of them. But it's illegal there. Something that a woman can use to defend herself. Spray a boy in her face from 6 feet away. So you're not violated. Because once a man grab you, as a woman, once a man grab you and collar you up certain ways, it's probably harder now for you to go fight man strength to get away, right? You're going to have to fight with all your might. You could see a boy come in. It's both, babe. Both are illegal. That's crazy as hell. You could see a man come in. If he's going to harm you, you're going to be able to tell within 6 feet. You see the intention. Or you can tell a boy, hey, back up. You're in my space. What is it? Yeah? Nothing. Nothing. And look at the rash of females kidnapped, murdered, found in bushes. One girl, them stick one bamboo up in her arm. I don't know who psychotic person did this. A little pepper spray or a little mace, and they made that illegal. You don't think there's an agenda to disarm the people and leave them at the mercy of these excrements of our society? There clearly is. There clearly is. So with that said, I'm going to say it again. Laden, God go with you. Go do your time. Hope you survive and come out a better man. Even though the prison system is not designed to make you a better person. It look like gladiator school for criminals. Because we see the video of them, right? It look like gladiator school for criminals. And I know it's some nasty and harsh living conditions in there as well. So I hope he survives that and come out a better person. God go with him because me can't go. Right? Now, with that said, we're moving on to quickly. This one I'll take about 2 minutes and then the main topic for today. The main topic for today about Spice and Fear, baby father and one of our dancers, you know. We're gonna hit that in a minute. See? Medj Walton, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Medj Walton just dropped a donation and she said thank you. And I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Just a side note, I was watching something yesterday. There's a couple. The woman is 99 years old and the man is 101, and they're still together. And they've been together since they were in their 20s. So, of course, everybody is like, couples goals. Oh, they look so cute together and all this, right? All right. We always see the glory of people's stuff and want it. But we don't see the work where they put in to make it last, right? Watch this. Nicole McCoy, thank you. Manners and respect to you. Nicole McCoy says, manners and respect, G. Can you take a minute and explain the 22nd Amendment, which allows a president to serve 2 terms, even non-consecutively? I won't do that this morning. McCoy, I won't do that this morning because it's going to take away and we're almost at the top of the hour already. We literally have 12 minutes left in the show and I still got 2 topics to run through. So the 22nd Amendment, which allows a president to serve 2 terms, even non-consecutively. The minute you said that, though, I did think Donald Trump is coming back to run for president again in the next election. And there is a possibility that he could win. And if he does win, then he will have been a 2-term president, right? But then that would also leave a doorway to lead into a 3-term presidency. That is what a lot of people are thinking. I'm going to do my due diligence, and then I'm going to probably do just a whole video on that right there, the complete breakdown, so you understand that. All right? Thank you. And I know you're asking because you know already, but others don't. So manners and respect, and thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so the couple, 99 and 101. Couples goals for everybody. They asked them, what is the secret to staying together so long? The old man said, just get to know your partner. Get to know them in a way that you know everything that they like and everything that they don't like. Do the things that they like and try your best to never do the things they don't like. That's his maths. That is how he maths up his relationship of being able to keep it lasting for all these years. Longer than most of us, or probably all of us here, have been alive, right? Do the things. Get to know your partner. Do the things that your partner likes and stay away and do your best to not do the things that they are not do the things that they do not like. At first I thought to myself, that was so simple and so cliche. But then I thought, wow, that was so short and profound. That was powerful. Get to know your partner. Do the things they like. Try your best to not do the things they don't like. That was from the man, right? Happy wife, happy life, all that stuff. You know how that go. The woman said she knew from back then that her body was a temple and that she didn't want to have multiple children by multiple men, or she didn't want to go through a bunch of different partners over a lifetime. And she knew when she found her husband, or when her husband found her, when they met, when they got together, she knew that that was going to be it for life. So she made up her mind from back then that this is it for me. Thank God we're still alive at this age, and it's been a beautiful run. So you have to really make up your mind. And that's the thing that I got out of that. You have to make your mind up. For those of you who are in a relationship, you have to make your mind up that this is it for you. This is where I need to be. And then pour all your efforts into it. A lot of people are in a relationship, but they have one foot out and one foot in. Whether it's because they've been hurt in the past, or they've seen relationships fail and they're thinking, well, mine's, what's the difference? Mine's might as well, or mine's will one day. So let me have a backup plan and be prepared. So you can't even go into the relationship and give your all, because we humans are so deceptive and deceiving. And we've seen where people have been together for years, all 2-3 decades, before they find out that they're living with a devil, before they find out that this person had other ulterior motives or intentions and it wasn't about love, right? Look on the brother that's been with his girl since they were 20 something, and they're already 12 years married, and they're in their 30s, and they're already 12 years into marriage. And this woman is the person that hired a hitman to kill our man. The man not do her nothing. He is establishing businesses. He is bringing her along for the ride. It's his wife. He's showing her off on social media. I tell everybody to get it with the one that you love. You know what I'm saying? And share it with who was there with you when you were grinding to get it. And all these lovey-dovey, positive, uplifting messages. And the woman hire a man to kill him. And when the idiot man shoot him and ran away, because he thought one shot was going to do it. Obviously, he wasn't no professional hitman. He shot the man in the stomach and ran away. Called the girl and say, yeah, I'm outside in our parking lot, right? One in her belly already. She inside the building says, in his belly? What? One, he's going to live. Take her own gun, went out there and shot him in the head, in the face. Imagine you just got shot in her. You see your wife come towards you. And you're thinking, babe, then just shoot me. You're not thinking she's coming to finish you off. See? So, damn, that was profound. Make up your mind that this is where you want to be at, and this is what it's going to be for you. Stop planning exit strategies and plan more on how to make your thing work. A lot of people with them exit strategy, what they end up doing is they end up pouring more of their efforts into the exit strategy than they do into keeping their relationship together. So when the relationship failed, they're like, oh, I knew it was going to fail anyways. That's why I had this planned over here. Well, it was that energy that contributed to it failing. Just throw that out there for the morning. No. Spice people. Spice had a dancer, right, named Danger. For those of you who are familiar with the dancehall scene, you know, so Danger was bad dancer from back when. All right. And you know also that her and Spice was pretty close. Spice had a dancer named Danger. Danger and Spice have not seen or have not been together publicly from what I have seen. And according to Spice, they haven't been talking for years now. Them cut off because of whatever they had going on there. Anyhow, this girl took to social media and the tears were on. And she gave a tearful, crying story of how Spice baby father, the man who is the father of Spice's children, who was with Spice and was her road manager at the time, raped her, raped the dancer girl. Now she put everything in context and she has said, Hassel Daniel, I appreciate you greatly, man. Thank you so much. I'm putting everything in context, right? And she, the way she break it down, she said, you know, this is Spice. And she loud and she, you know, she like loud and she is Spice. She a powerful woman in my presence. So me humble myself. And I was glad for the opportunity. As a little girl growing up in Jamaica, you know, you want to be a dancer, but most people are going to say, where you want to go dance? Strip club? Go-go club? What kind of dance you talk about? Like, I couldn't tell my people I want to be a dancer because that's the only thing that would come to their mind. They cannot perceive the idea of you taking your art, dance. Like the older generation, you know how our people do. The older generation, they can't perceive that. You taking your art, honing it, mastering it, to the point where a famous artist who is now booked for shows around the world sees you good enough to say, yes, you come. You got to come on tour with me. And now because I'm dancing, I'm in Switzerland, I'm in Europe, somewhere. Europe, Switzerland is in Europe. I'm in Germany, I'm in the UK, I'm in back in the US. Oh, we go to China next week. We're in Africa next week. That's exciting. That is success, right? So she is saying, George, thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. She's saying that under those situations, she happy for the opportunity. But the predator was there. Got to one point on the tour where Spice wasn't even sleeping in her hotel room with him. She was in the dancer's hotel room, Danger. Now, I remember back then, rumors were spreading about Danger and Spice asleep together and they're bisexual and all this thing. So for her to come out and clarify now and said there was so much drama going on that tour, they were fighting all the time. So nothing but them a fight. And this man say, you know what? Why if you fight with me? I want to dance at them, me a pre. You don't want to give me none, is all right. Me jump on one of your dance at them. The girl tells some graphic story of how the man jump on her first and draw off her clothes and aggressively. She didn't have on pants, you know. And she said, pull down the pants enough to reach the panty. And he pop off the panty, you know. And I try to draw down the pants now. So she wrestled and a fight with him. And she didn't tell. And I guess eventually it went from that to where he actually raped her. And she said, now this is 5 years later. I think that happened in 2015, if I'm not sure. So she's talking now. On the flip side now, Spice comes out a day later, 2 days later, with her own video. And in her own video, Irvin Wignall, thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. In her own video now, Spice dropped her video. Spice said, him do it. He raped her. The brother must have went on somebody's show or on live and said, me fuck Danger, the girl, right? So his defense is that it was consensual. Spice saying, you thought you were going to embarrass me, big up your chest and get accolades from everybody. You know them do already. When woman have multiple partners, she's a whore. When man catch multiple partners, a bad man, yo, a girl, sit up there, you see what girl want have. Yeah, right? So he thought it was going to be one of those. This is according to Spice. You thought you were going to get social media accolades, likes and views and subscribers, and you thought you were going to shame me and have people laugh. Oh, but boy, I know you don't fuck Spice, and then all him do Spice and our dance at them. yo, the brother, but I rape the girl. Talk truth. And I said, rotted. Now, mind you, the rape is a serious accusation. I'm going to talk about it from all angles. This goes 360, this conversation. This is the father of her children. So when you're willing to throw the father of your children under the bus for a serious accusation like a rape, you can imagine there's no good relationship there from the first place, is what I have noticed. They don't have a good relationship. And I said to myself after, one, she could have hold that till next year because major hype girl Kirby already spoiled up this year. So before Kirby, if a female called rape this year, it would have been all eyes on it. After Kirby, Hopeton Reed, thank you so much. I appreciate you. After Kirby, it's like people don't want to hear it again. They're like, yeah, right. So you say oh, yeah, okay, all right. And where was Spice? Oh, she was in the other room in the same hotel. Oh, okay. Kind of believe you still, but me want to hear theme side. It's a different look. It's a serious accusation. I don't want to be the type of person to ever victimize a victim. And you know what victimize a victim is? Is when a woman come out and say, I was raped. Him raped me. And the first thing you do is you say, move on, go, your lying self. Or, she lie? Me sure say him never rape her. You don't know. You don't know. But we also know that them gal are wicked, them wicked. Seeing? So we're at a place now and a time now where these ghastly accusations can be made against you without proof, just word of mouth. And you have people that are triggered by this because they've been through similar situations. So naturally, their instinct is to side with who they see as the victim. That is the reason why everybody was on Kirby's side as soon as she come out and said, him thumped me in my eye and him beat me up, right? And I endured years of it. Nobody wanted to see that, especially how she present herself nicely and, you know, and then I says, a pretty girl, that man. She look like a good, wholesome girl with this man take from her parents' house and spoil her up and beat her up and have her in a house and all these things. So there were a lot of people that jumped on Kirby's side. Those of us who were wise, we sympathized with her story. We did not call her a liar because we can't, because it's not our situation. But we also said it was a relationship that involved two people. One has already told their side of the story. I think the other one owes it to the public since he's a public figure and this is such a ghastly accusation to go ahead and explain your side of the story, sir. And he did. And after he explained the side of the story and gave the timeline breakdown of the relationship, we realized that she could not have suffered years of abuse from him because they were literally together for about a year. Because the 2 years that they were together, one of the years, them did the breakup thing and makeup thing and all that. Then the video started to drop after she said, I'm still sitting here saying I've never cheated on you. And then we sing and suck and swallow and all kind of sitting on multiple man. And so that's why I said, boy, I better should have left that one next year for 2021, because after seeing Kirby videos and Fiar's story and how she really went in for Major Hype and the movement was building swiftly behind it until that. Then the video them start to drop and then people started saying, whoa, wait. See? So Now, I'm not trying to be funny, because if a rape victim decides it's time to speak, then it's her business. It's her time or his time. If them feel, I'm not here to dictate when them should have let it out. But I did see Spice say, she said, the only regret she have was Danger not coming out at the time when it happened. She shouldn't have held it so long. But what I gather from that is their relationship fell apart. They weren't even in contact. So if you're the kind of person that you thought so that kind of way about me enough to extract or to X me out of your life, no phone contact, no nothing, when me as somebody where used to be a dancer, learn your songs, tour around the place with you and all that, overseas and thing, what makes you think I would be comfortable telling you that? And she hit some very important parts that we need to look at, because Danger said stuff like, you know, she had boss lady, she had a star. I'm given this opportunity. And sometimes in these situations, now we don't know if this girl been through this before with somebody else, but she said in these situations, sometimes you got to tell the woman, say, hey, you know, say your husband or your man attack me, like, and she, what do you mean attack you? Why am I try to get some catches from you? No, like, no, attack me like I try, me have to fight to keep my pants on. See, the bust off all me. All them girl and bust off our slippers. Yeah, wife can't tell woman. Anyhow, attack me, draw me drawers from under my clothes. You would have some of these women that look at it a different way. And she wasn't sure. She never want to risk her little money what she make and the opportunity to do something else in the dancing world with herself. And she wasn't sure how Spice was going to take it. That's her explanation. So it could have been one of these, listen, you on the next flight home. I don't need the distraction right now. Him a road manager, him a my man, him a the father of my children. You are come make up this thing here, probably you want him. We've seen that, right? We've seen where even moms tell their daughter to leave their house after the daughter tell her, say, your husband up in here, stepdaddy, your husband up in here trying to have sex with me. Pack your things and leave. So she never know how to handle it. And she said, mind you, back then she was really young. I don't know how old she is. But may I play a small clip, just about 1 minute, if I will go that far.
Me just ignore it. You know, I just want to get rid of this because you know, say already I go and wally tour so done. Me just know Spice. Me afraid I more loud. I remember we never close. Me no know. You understand? Some enough time if you try to tell one girl say, "Oops, them man I make a move." Enough time, woman feel say you want them man and them something. So me now, as a little thing we just a come about, me just a stay in a lane and I be discreet. You understand? Anyway, lo and behold, the man I premeditate me long time. Because when me really sit down and I reflect back, you know, as a man, you want to fuck a girl long time in your meds. Look up blood clot pervert. A long time him a pre me. Then time I'm not even have flesh by my body good. A long time him a pre me. To show you say he's a little wicked man. Me's a little girl. Although yes, me I take man me I this and that. I don't like say me big and sexy and shapey with ready in here. Me never in no panty in front of the man. Pants all the way. Unless when we are dancing in our whatever, but so what? Pants all the way, because you know, say a cold place them there. And the first time him approached me, me not remember all that go, but we go on the road. We always go on the road, we get food, as Spice no go, because you know she an artist. Come back, reach our room. The man did approach me from this, and me I said, no one push him off and sitting. Me no remember when he get pull on the pants, but he never go far. It like, boy, yes. No, little bit. I'm eat this, so you know, say pants are not something easy. And you know, say the man pull and tear off one yellow mesh dress I may have and me can't forget. And friend, this you know, me start, and he not take him two pull alone, he never take him three. For sure, say my experience rape a man. Him love take things by force a long time, I do them sitting there, not just know, I mean, I ask you. man grab 2 times and tear off my jaws. And the woman for the tour come and look for him and call him. Make him end up come out. And from this, now, I start fret. And I wonder and up and down. I say, Lord Jesus, I want this for me. When he start boil on the last half of the tour. Because she and him kick up. Them did have one argument on the tour. You see me? So you know what? Them always are up and down. Them was never good. That's why when I time them, when my sister link him, I talk about, me more feel see Spice and Danger for fuck. When I time she went in her room, because them did kick off big on the tour. I don't know what them have, but Spice, when I tell the people them for the tour, if send him home back, well mad under fire, send him home. And him end up never go home. So she never want to stay with him. So she stayed with me for a couple of days. I don't even remember how long. For sure how long I not remember. So couple times, and then they make up back now. So them start sleep back together. Ray. When the tour boil them now, 2 shows we did have left. 2 shows. I can't forget. I think after we did have 2 shows left, yeah. 2 shows left. You know, say when the man go on the road, he go drink, as was Spice say. The man go drink. Come back and I text me. I mean, I pay him no mind. Me did the answer him, but in the back of my mind, me I say, me not let you. Me say, them time there, me did have proof, you know, the man, the guy did a blackmail. Me did have proof, but me never understand about phone then time. Me didn't know nothing about Google app and Google backup and them something there. Not Google app, but Google backup. Because like right now, I can screenshot stuff and Ray and have them and know if you find them. But I didn't know nothing about phone then time there. But me did have some screenshot and me did forward them to the boy. The same boy when me did tell. And me don't know what happened with film phone. Because you know, say after a while, me and him never did again, whatever that break off. But me and him still always good because me and him always have that bond because of what did happen to me. And me did share it with him and him understand, right? So, anyways, the man go out and then come back. Him a did the road manager. So, you know, say, him book in at the hotel them and the something them, right? Him book in at the hotel them. Because you know, him a do him road manager work. Me new to the thing, me don't know nothing. Me just go there, me a see the ropes. So, you know, we go where we go and take we passport them and him check in at the hotel them. So, the fact that him check in at the hotel them, him have the advantage of getting the keys, right? So the man go out, go drink. Long time he want fuck me off, come back. And you know say, me nah pray that cause that I last thing when me I pray say man I go do cause from me I say me nah let him in. Me just have say me nah let him in and he nah go come in cause oh he go come in, you see me. And me never did a sleep neither. And I did hours. Cause remember say Jamaica time and Europe time are 2 different times. So when I did on a night up there, so we know as Jamaican we used to feel with time. So even some bad hours a night up there, we still up because we just broke past feel with time zone. Yeah, and I did the pan call with the guy too. We did actually come off shortly before he come back. So anyways, the man good on the desk and go tell them say in last Mickey, my youth, oh you fi say me fuck you and you good on the people them desk and go tell them say me room a key from whatever number room me did have at the time last. That are the first thing where you do wrong. The first thing where you go wrong and you fuck up. The first thing that way you do bad man. I mean just try if it remain calm and talk and explain myself. Because I an idea, me not give a fuck who you be. Me not afraid of nobody, me not care. Me feel years this department, me could live. Me could take it. Me could as strong, make me turn up yes or no. We are not deal with me past social media. And every time when me think about it, every time when me think about it, I know say me not do this, me not do no. Me just feel. Me can't talk about this. I don't get emotional, brother.
Let me pause our story. Let me pause our story right there. So check this out. Some of y'all crazy, you know, because a man did I tell a girl about session for talk and nobody get emotional. She's recounting a rape, sir. She's recalling a traumatic event that took place. And you tell her about nobody get emotional right now. Just talk. What? That's why you hear her say, a life she depend on. That's why you hear her say, she can't talk about this without getting emotional, brother. This is some of our people though. You should have talked from back then. Well, there's a comment right here that just said, I got raped at 16 and I'm in my 30s now. And it hurt till all now. And if our mother passed away, right, just now, I saw the comment gone. Her mother passed away not even knowing that she was raped. See? Died and still didn't know about it because I was scared. This is Jamaican Queen. All right, Jamaican Queen, sorry you had to go through that. But some people need to understand that when time certain traumatic things happen to people, they're frozen. And then after they're frozen, then comes the processing part. Some people are able to process it quickly, while others take a lifetime to process it. And some people just never get through it. They just carry it for life. And a lot of people don't even speak. You understand? So, like she said, she did kind of confide in him because something did happen to her before and she share with him, she tell him, and these kind of conversations. That was deep conversations you were having because victims don't normally just share their story with just anybody. So they were having some deep conversations to get to that. Right? I see somebody says Spice didn't know about that rape, but she keep it quiet. Me not gonna say so because I don't know that to be true. And I don't want anybody to say I was dragging their name and slandering them. I don't think Spice knew about this. See? That's my stance on this. I'm gonna say I don't think she knew about this. However, I will say this. Somebody asked me if we listen to Fiem's side of the story. Here's his side of the story. And it's just a little bit tight, me I go play.
Danger, you said there's things that you don't want to talk. A man rape you, talk everything. Don't worry about nothing. Talk everything where you worry about things, sir. Talk everything, Danger. Don't worry about nothing. You say me rape you, Danger. Talk everything. Don't worry about it. You know what? Certain things come out, make everything come out. You say me rape you, make everything come out. You don't have nothing to lose. Me have everything to lose. Everybody a look. Somebody for shove under the bus, for disgrace, for them look. Bumbuckler good. Yo, hey. People, didn't something about what I do and how it will affect them. But you say, no, make a talk. Make a talk. Danger, you said there's things that you don't want to talk. A man rape you, talk everything. Don't worry about nothing.
All right, so you see for him, you can go find him on social media and check out Fiem's side of the story, right? So his side of the story is out there as well. And then, of course, his stance on all this is it was voluntary. They were having sex. This is when she get really emotional. No, that's our next video. All right, so here is Spice now. Let me go through Spice part and then we talk. Watch this. Let me cue it up because it's on.
Following and fans. We don't even know this person.
That's
And I refuse to talk about it and refuse to call him name because you do all of this for that. That's all you do it for. You don't do it for nothing else. You do all of this just for me call your name, just for people see you, just for followers. That's all you do it for. You don't do it for nothing else because me don't do nothing. Me don't do nothing. And you go through all of this in your mind just to bring me down. Just to get followers, just to get a mention. But when it boils down and it's all said and done, then what? I may talk like this because guess what? Many are going to come and many are going to go.
Have a great day, Rose and Brooks.
I'm going to be my same self. Aha, Isa. So much different things to me talk about, so I have to think about it, I have to breathe and take it easy because I see the plot of the enemy and I see many of them rise up. And the devil lose. Me don't know me strong, so me say me don't know me strong, so you know. Me don't know me strong, so me don't know if I see side me born. Me strong like a lion, you know, because I know for to come plot up against me, you know. But my people, I want to listen me keenly. You see, success, it bring envy and it bring hate. And many are going to come and many are going to go.
And that may I say Piazza Studio.
I give them the hype off for you. I not give them the hype off for you. That's why you see me talk so strategically. So anybody that me life, who no know, now going to know because them not hear it from me. So if who no know, who no know. All right. One of the things I see going around right now, what hurt me the most is the whole situation with my ex-dancer when named Danger.
Here it goes.
I'm going to explain to you why it hurt me. And if I get up out of the chair, because I'm very emotional, but I'm not do the live here. I'm no victim, nor no pity, but I go through a strong war right now.
Shit. Well, I guess she did get up out of the chair. Somebody, Lorenzo said, Danger tell her from over weeks. So how she never look out from then. So yeah, say true social media take it on and it'll get big now. That's why she's answering. And that you say? Knowing and rumors are two different things, you know.
Yeah, you know why I get up? Because I not do the live, yeah. I don't want to pity. I just want to know, say, people are plot and them are scam and them are scheme to bring me down. But here, oh my God, work and all the plan mash up, right? I now keep me silent because my sister Mauna say I lie Danger tell. And why she never come out long time, come talk. And enough girls out there we have got through the same thing and them afraid to talk because we are the same one when them come out, come talk, we say a lie.
Talk no mama.
The media use my picture to put on the story say my baby father is a raper or whatever it is. Me see it go viral, me see it on international media, me see it enough place. But when me see it come up on my phone, because I don't know how phone stay, anything when my name come up on the top of the screen. Me keep on to see my picture. Me keep on to see my name. Me a beg on the media and people and anybody when you not talk about people, everybody have them own name and them have them own face, everybody have them own birth paper. Use them picture. Use them own a name because it's a fear to me. That man they bring me through hell. Listen me now. Me see the man go pan. You know the man will come out live for bring me down, and I'm plot and him scheme him plot up. Me see me call him own a voice note I send to himself and I play like say I just know. Me laugh because you see through me know say I got there behind me. Me not really look for mankind. But when my own a baby father, I go up on somebody live and join in. See the plot you know. Me have no reason. Cause like me say, me ignorant to it, so me don't want it. I want to see the reality of it. My baby father go up on the Instagram live in the platform bring me down. For make me feel away. That's the plan enough. Him laugh and say, yes, we could go bring her down and we could go talk this and talk that, and the two of them plot up and scam up together. Say them are going to bring me down. You mentioned my son. You mentioned my son. Now, in everything what you say, me and you know the lie them. But remember, it is already written, say, the Lord will cut off our lying and deceitful tongue. So I don't really pay you the mind. I don't really worry about the lie them what you tell for me. But you see, when you have mention my son, you see, when you have mention my son, everything we do for me pitting them, no do it. Don't talk about my kids, no talk about my son, no call me pitting them name. Wanna say everything you want to say about me. Wanna class me if you don't want class me. If you don't want drag me, wanna drag me. Don't talk about my son. Idiot Nicholas. You go up on the man live, I try bring me down. Till you end up even bring down your own son.
Yes, Sash, yes.
If you never know, say the man, I go talk about your son, from the mention your son know him. If you did love and rate and respect your son, from the mention it, you know what you say. Don't talk about my son. But you're so up in the hype and they want the clout, you're depend it and kick, how we bring her down. Here you know you beat your chest. But fuck danger. Because you feel like so when you talk, say you fuck danger, it's going to look bad for me and people are going to laugh and say, whoa, Spice baby father did a fuck on her. Me no care. Remember years you in my house and me stop fuck you. Because I hate you like poison. And you can't even come talk say a lie because you know me, you will put out the text them. Because I have the old phone, me no dash it away. Remember say 3 years me and you not have sex in my house because I run you and I tell you say me not have no feelings for you towards you. So if you didn't even fuck for me, you're supposed to, because you're supposed to did on you want some pum pum. Because me never did I give you none. And years me and you left in and you still living in my house and you never want to come out. But remember me tell you see when the girl, hold on, I want to go to the story good. Before this bus out, Danger called me. As a matter of fact, she called me a DM. She DM me because she never have my number. She sent me a DM and she say, old friend, I have something I want to say to you. You can call me, please. When Mr. Danger send me the DM and Danger say, if me can call her, please. I look on it and I say, what? About 4 years now, I not talk to Danger. And in them time, me look up praying and I say, then God, what is now? What is a come up now all that is something I could have was so? Anyway, me get a day and I sleep and you know so me stay. We are Leo. We have to sleep and think about it. And I say, Jesus God, what Danger want to tell me now? 2 days after she texts me, or a day after 2 days after she texts me, or even longer than me remember. I say, send me a number. I say, send me a number.
You're the part, you know?
I never have her number. She never have mine. I stop talk to her. I stop talk to her because I did hear rumors of, you know, she and the baby father. But that's why I tell you, I tell Danger the same thing. And one thing I blame you for, I don't know how you keep your mouth so long or how you're not talking, you know. Because you see, if you did talk, this would not reach and it wouldn't fly upon you, so you should have talked long time. Because I don't care, you know, baby father, not, you know. Me see your money that stand upside there and make sure, say, any man will rape to go to prison, I don't really response. I don't care how no one talk it. Any man will rape, them deserve to go to prison. Danger send me a DM. I think about it for 2 days. I don't know what she want to talk to me about. I get her number. I tell her, say, send me a number. I call her. When I call her, I say, Danger, I want him. She start tell me. She cry. She explained to me, and she says, Spice, a years we not talk. I mean, know you hear rumor, but me did afraid to come tell you. And she said, this really happened. And when she tell me, say, this really happened, I tell her, say, me never shake up so yet in my life. I tell her, I said, Danger, you should have never keep it a secret. You should have never keep this a secret from me. Because many of me and I know, but me and Danger was like, so if she willing to talk the truth, a years me not talk to her, because me hear and she never want to talk, and me just, I saw me stay, me not have luck with people. One of my fans don't know me not have luck with people, me start like a seaside. But me and her was like this, very close. And me say, how could you not tell me something like this? You should have tell me, you should have talk. Because when me go down in night, the boy go up live. And him swear say him a play big. And him a go flap me, and him a go bring me down, and him a plot up and a scheme up with the plan of the enemy. I'm in a live a straw, and God just go so whoop and box him in his face and say, move your, hey. The boy go up on the boy alive. Hear him now? I fuck Danger. And I big up him chest. Because when him a big up him chest, him swear say now say, people are going to say, hey, a big top dan, him na fuck pan a Spice dancer. And it just backfire upon him. See him we like how it backfire upon the wicked man. Because I don't know if you never have glasses to see. Say it go backfire upon you because God no like wicked. But me I go tell you something, me I go tell you this straight and make you know from now. That means say who else a plot to come on know say. Never you bite the hands that feed you. Remember you talk out your own mouth, and me make you there foreign. That means to say everything when you come a foreign come achieve, you're supposed to give thanks to me and say yes, respect. But alright, we go down in night. Nicholas Lal, my baby father, meet you with one pants and one shirt. That's why nothing what you do and plan and plot up for me, you never overcome or overthrow me. Because God over we head and see and know your wickedness. You saw you plot up with the man and I just release the vice note by you. When the man say I be obia, you obia me. And lick you in your blood clot. For sure you say you're idiot. And nothing's me undergo and underbear. I mean, I really say nothing. Me just hold it. Me just stay home and pray. When you come to me, if me, hey, more things I want to, me never want confuse. Me never want confuse.
Somebody says she's making it about her, but it is about her.
But your whole ulterior motive because you did come on internet to think say you're going to get a big hype. You think you're going to get a big hype and a big forward and people that going to beat up them chest and say, whoa, Spice Baby Fire did a fuck pan her, but I rape the girl for true. You do it. You rape the girl for true. Because I saw you still, you can't satisfy your licky your wanga gut. You have to go to prison and you deserve to go to prison. I'm tired to tell Danger she need to go report it. I don't care how much years after them better change the law. Them any man will rape to go to prison. But I'm not even that I come for internet to talk. I come to talk my mind about media people. Stop use my picture and stop use my name. Stop use my picture and stop use my name. It kind of fear to me. When I use my picture for everybody have them own birth paper. I'm having own name. I'm going to put female name and stuff talk about Spice Baby Father. And I use my picture. Every time you go somewhere, my picture when I use and my name when I use.
Yeah,
you feel away. I have to talk. I feel away. Don't use my name with him. Don't use my picture. Don't use nothing for me in my own self. Use him by himself. Because of that them want.
All right. That video from Spice right there, you can go over upon Spice on Instagram, go find it. The video is pretty lengthy, okay? That's not even half of the video right there, sir. But me do want to get to the point where you hear her say it out her own mouth. Because some people like to run with stuff and say, SouFLoTV says Spice say, our baby father did rape Danger. No, Spice did say. When you hear her say it, right? Now here's the thing. Let's look at this from many angles. I saw somebody bring up a very valid point, and the very valid point is that we, as much as me can say, yo, me have a daughter, I got 2 daughters, and if a boy ever try that, me now wait to hear my daughter talk about, oh, I was just joking, or it was an accusation from RIP. I'm going to be on it, right? However, we have sons as well, and fathers as well, right? I wouldn't want somebody case up my son like that. In a night of drunken fun, we went out, we had drinks, we come back, you and baby mother Nando right together, all this, and you find your way into my son's room, or what, however the case, or my son find him way into your room and him get some, and then you wake up sober the next morning and you tell yourself, say, Jesus Christ, me did drunk as hell last night. Why me do that? Why me give him some? You know what? A rape. Me a call rape. Things happen like that as well. I'm not saying that's what happened there. I'm just saying we cannot be 100% on one side or 100% on the other side. These are situations that happen when we were nowhere around, and everybody is telling their version of a story now. Danger said it happened. She was afraid to talk, and there were other events with him that led up to the rape, right? Like when him did try to take off the drawers and rustle off our pants, and she didn't tell, she didn't say nothing, all that. This was before she got raped. Then you have Spice in the middle who's saying she heard rumors. So they stopped talking for what, 4 years and change. They couldn't have been that tight that they fell out for 4 years and change. Not even a phone call, no back and forth on social media, nothing. Cut all contact, right? You have to look at the dynamics of Spice's relationship with her man or her ex-man, our baby father. She is scorned. And a woman scorned, you see? She is scorned. She is scorned. One of the most embarrassing things, and this is the reason why celebrities actually date other celebrities and they don't venture out the circle, because if you look at the dynamics of the relationship, she's scorned. When you're famous, right, and you're perceived to be rich and famous and the it person, she's at the top of the game. There is no female in the genre of dancehall reggae music that is over Spice. She is that. She's touring the world. Nobody travel harder than she does. She is one of the most extensively traveled artists. She beat road hard. She take plane like taxi for real until COVID happened. She's going places. She's doing things. You know how embarrassing it is to have somebody who you are boast to the public say, that's like me telling everybody, say, yo, Brains, I'm a wife, I'm a lover, and we have 2 beautiful kids together, and we're building a life together, and everything I do is for her and the children, and blah, blah, blah. And next thing, videos like the Kirby video drop. And she's out there sucking and swallowing random people. You know how embarrassing that would be? Do you know how embarrassing that is? Ego takes a blow, big blow. Then you're going to get laughed at because you sing so much pum pum song and how the pum pum tight and grip him and you know what you do with it and all this other stuff, and yet still him go outside. So people are going to clown you. Yeah? So a woman scorned for having put her through that kind of an embarrassment. Because I remember when all that went down, you know, when they officially broke up and when Danger and Spice went their separate ways, or there was rumors that Danger did not sleep with Spice man and all these other kind of thing. It wasn't no secret. It was out in the public. I just wondered for a second, where did Danger go? Okay, she's not around no more. Probably moved on with her life. So fast forward years later now to hear this type of accusation. We have to look on it from every angle. See? And what I was saying earlier is we live in a time now where it's a dangerous time for men, because anybody can come up from your past now, you know, and put together a story, whether it's because you are now famous or you have money now, or they feel like there's something for them to get now, or them want to tear you down. So there could be ulterior motives on the other side. And again, for those who do not know how to argue or have a conversation and be objective, this is not me saying that is what she did. I am speaking in general. On both sides of the coin, this could be something where it's vindictiveness that led to this. And of course, there are many women who have been through this type of stuff. So the woman them naturally gravitate towards defending and picking side. Me see people are talk about the way how him talk. Just tell me say him do it already. because him demeanor, him not sound genuine. A next person that says stuff like him just look like him lied to me. Somebody else say him sound like R. Kelly. Him must be guilty. Like there's no way for me to sit here outside of these people's situation and say, yes, I'm guilty, 100% guilty. Dash him behind bars, fling away the key, charge him, prosecute him. It's an accusation. It's a ghastly accusation. And we're living in a dangerous time where not much proof is needed. When I say Bill Cosby, old Bill Cosby, them catch him, fling him in a prison. Even though I think that had to do more with something else than Bill Cosby, but they were able to use that to achieve their goal, right? No proof was really needed. Although, you know, some think Bill Cosby kind of senile. You know, when you reach up in age and your head start taking water and you don't think too straight. So Bill Cosby said, yeah, I put the Quaaludes in her drink. I don't know if the Alzheimer's part-time. Like one morning I walked into work at a facility where I was treating patients, and one of my patients were there and he had Alzheimer's, and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Big old white guy. Well, he's up in age, you know? And then one morning me walking and I'm here, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Hang a nigger by his toe. And he kept saying it repeatedly. So I started calling his name and started trying to get him reoriented to day, time, place, all that, because obviously he was out of it. So he started asking questions like, I'm going to use a fake name. I start asking questions like, Bobby, do you know what facility you're in? What's the name of the building that we're in right now? So yeah, try check out the mental space to see if him dead. That kind of stuff. You know what I say? Bobby, what is your last name? What is the name what is your mom's name? Or stuff that you can verify easily or something that people should remember. That kind of stuff. Anyhow, what I'm saying is, when we are going to take side, make sure you're taking side, not just off emotions. Because you can ruin somebody's life and people can be very deceptive out here. And it's been proven to us, even up till recent times, that a female shedding tears and telling a story is going to sell like platinum records. Platinum record mean 1 million copies shipped out the door, sold. See? So we have to look on this like objectively. We weren't in it. It's not our situation. Yes, seeing her cry triggered something in me as a woman who was abused or raped before. So I feel like I'm living this again, or my situation sound like that. The boy guilty him, do it. I hope in everything in life that happens, it happens to everybody. Not you alone. Different degrees of it. I would hope that if anybody ever come and say SouFLoTV, this and that my audience would at least be like, damn, the girl sound like she'll tell the truth, yo. But let me hear what SouFLo have to say. I wouldn't want to be treated as, wow, I know say something funny about him from a long time, you know. Or rapist boy, yeah, him look like him do it. You ever see how him look when him a look? Like they say, you ever see how him look when him a look? Like, I don't know. Some people are ready to tear you down already. That's how they feel about you inside of themselves. So they can use this as a vessel to join the numbers. So again, I'm not saying the girl is lying. She tells a pretty compelling story, and the way how she delivered it could seem quite convincing. However, the other person that is accused, that is involved in that situation, has a story as well, which counters her recollection of how things happened. See? And this is what we have to do. So what I'm going to do is, as SouFLoTV, this is how I'm closing out the video this morning. What I'm going to do as SouFLoTV is I'm going to encourage others as well to be objective. Sit, watch it, because it's gone on front page now, so it's not like we're going to dig for people stuff. Sit down, grab your popcorn, watch it, take lessons from this that you could impart onto your children or your niece and your nephew and onto yourself. Like, can't live in a house with man for 3 years and not give no pum and them something there. Like, to speak up, like what inappropriate touches, like take all the lessons from it. Watch it, but remain objective. Don't run to crucify nobody yet. There is courthouse and laws that will handle all that. And the parties that are involved have every right to go stand before each other and argue this out. Judge and jury can decide. But we out the street and give our opinion can really end somebody's life. You see it? One way or the other. The victim can say, I feel so ashamed. I'm never going to come out and tell again. And I'm going to encourage girls, don't tell, because they're going to slander you on social media and not believe you. On the other side, all work for the guy dry up. Nobody don't want to deal with him because they're looking at him like, yo, Spice dance at danger, tell me about you, you are a rapist. And hold it like that. So him food dry up, him can't contribute to nothing. Him I look work, man I look for hurt him because I rape a boy, yo, boss him head or rape a boy, all this. It could go both ways, you know what I'm saying? It's a sticky situation. Spice hear it from her dancer, TC. People keep saying stuff like that. And me, I don't say stuff like that because me not hear TC make a video where TC come out and say, listen, me did tell Spice already. So me don't know what she talk about. You're sitting on the outside saying Spice hear it from our dancer, TC. You're sitting on the outside hearing other people who are from the outside saying what they're saying as well. So, who went live last night? TC? Siobhan says females always use their tears as voice and weapon, and most people run with it. Well, yes. 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 So, like I said again, even if she got live last night, I haven't seen her say just like this. Me did tell Spice already. When it was happening, I told her. I haven't heard her say it. So me can't come out here come talk about, I wasn't there. You weren't there. So be objective. You hear me? Be objective. Don't damage people's life because, yo, the social media thing here, believe it or not, it is what runs the world now. It is powerful. Okay? It is powerful. It can build and it can destroy, and it can severely destroy. It is powerful. And we are the engine to this machine, the people. So our opinions do count in that space. See? And like I said, if anything like that should happen to me, I would hope that the people who claim to believe and support me would go, nah, you don't strike me like that type. Let me hear what SouFLo side of this have to say before they run to 500 different blog sites and start type up stuff. Yeah, man, all rapist, man. I don't believe in him no more, man. Unsubscribe from the channel. I can't believe him do this. Naughty boy, this, that. You have a woman that is scorned, that it's in the middle of this. She was embarrassed. Spice was embarrassed when all this went down. Our baby father drug her through hell, right? Embarrassment and all these things. That's embarrassing. So now could be time to get back. Now y'all gonna see how it feel. Because the way how she come out and say you rape her. She wasn't there either. She hear from the girl just like how We hear from the girl. And this is someone she hasn't spoken to in over 4 years by her own account. You saw TC's video and what? Spice should have confronted Danger about the rumors from they were friends, but we can't turn back time. I'm sure she confronted her about the rumors. And even if she didn't, she probably just wanted to keep it business as possible. Like, okay, me bring a dance up on the road with me. I'm more focused on my dance moves, coordinating my songs. We have a show for doing at the morning, rehearsal. We have flights to catch. We have to leave London and be in Paris by tomorrow morning, showing at the evening, get in there, get hotel. You're concerned about so many more things. So she probably was thinking, you know what? I'm not taking this girl on the tour with me anymore. And just the fact that me hear rumors, right, from people who are close to me, I will let her go. So she let her go from our dance team and she moved on with her life. You don't have to necessarily confront somebody. And it doesn't mean that Spice knew about it all along and never said nothing. She could have been just preoccupied with her own busy life schedule. You know what I'm saying? And now that it's coming out to her, it's like, oh, wow. We never did it, you know. Remember that. We weren't there. And them are going to know. So how Spice said them very close and yet 4 years passed. Exactly what I'm saying. She said they were very close in the past. They were very close. Right? They fell out. They went apart. They went their separate lives, their separate ways. Is Danger ulterior motive to gain sympathy and get back in the public space? Because in the entertainment world, because we haven't heard from her since back then. See? So is it that Spice is siding with her because she's being vindictive and she wants to get back at the baby father for the embarrassment that he caused to her? Is it that? I mean, it could be so many things. We are not in a position to sit, judge, juror, and executioner. We can't do it. I can't do it. May I leave this one right there? So continue the conversation in the comment section below. Lorenzo Blair says, flipping the narrative. I don't know what that means. This is what you call reasoning openly, okay? This is objective reasoning. You have to look at all sides and all possibilities. You can't just run with she cried the way she cried when she said it is true. And you can't just run with me not like him demeanor, look on him face or hear him voice and the way him talk, true, him do it. We can't go with either or either. Somebody said, Daima says that's true, they're cousins. Daima said Danger told her a long time ago, but didn't want her to tell the public. So there are other people coming out saying, there are other people coming out saying she did tell them a long time ago when it happened and all these things. So may I say, we have to be careful in these times. Pandora box is open and all kinds of things are jumping out. And that Beverly German, you put it right. You put it right. Reader man, dancer cry, Lady Saw Danger mix up. I see Lady Saw give a speech the other day, yeah. All Lady Saw and Obia man and all these, boy, for them life complicated and for them life is very festive. My life boring. My life boring. But I saw Lady Saw. Matter of fact, well, before we go, see ya.
For that one, yeah. Because I have to go deal with that Obia matter.
Look a bit tight.
I see a whole heap of people sending some things to me with this wannabe.
Here you know, people. I want to end the live, you know. I want to go about my business, you know. But you draw me out.
Talking about the farmer me. No. A lot of Christians gonna tell me this morning, do not address it. Do not touch it. I want you to share this live. Address down this morning. I'm still an ordained evangelist, but when you see Satan get too much, when Satan get too much, you have to just face off with Satan and send him to the pit of hell. I want you to share this morning. Share. Share, people. Share. I'm going to turn this thing around now. Let me see how I turn it to me now. Now, people of God and people all over the world, I'm going to read a scripture this morning. And everything I read in this scripture, I'm going to ask the Lord to do it to me. If I ever put my hand in iniquity, yeah? If I ever put my hand in iniquity to who be anybody, I want God to murder me, kill me, chop me up, take out my tongue, blind me, cripple me. No! If these people want attention so bad, Maya Bokoshai, this morning, Wobia man, if you're a Wobia man, read a man, or a wannabe rockhead pastor, to hell with you this morning. To the pit of hell this morning now. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. I leave dancehall because I realized that I was losing my sanity. When I have to go underneath somebody's skirt to tell them, say this, that was so degrading. That was not me. Even though I used to sing about sex and the private parts to make that money, that dirty money, when it comes to me, have to be talking to another female in such a look.
Me stop. Me not play no more. Me stop. Because that I go take up one whole other video when me not have time for this morning. You see it? That is going to take up a whole other video that when me not have time for this morning. Lady saw Springbow Pum Pum man up on that skirt and all this, and she got her money, and it was that money that got her the fancy cars and the nice house and all these other things, and her lifestyle financially okay, right? Now she call it dirty money now. So my question was, if I did dirty money, when you gave your life to the Lord, did you empty that bank account and fling that money back out in the dirty streets where you get it from? Did you give that money to some dirty people down in the ghetto and say, you know what, I turn over my life to the Lord, and all this money right here is ill-gotten gains, is dirty money, so here, take it. Take it and do something good with it, because that's what God would have wanted me. From this day on, I walk with the Lord only. Me no need no dirty money. God will provide for me from here on out, and I will be 10 times richer than I was before. I shalama bakama shalama. That talking that tongue something there. Me grow up on them something there. Me afraid. Me no want to touch that subject there. Me done. I are done. I'm a tea cold, which means it's time to go. Me I can't go. All right, me I can't go. So big up to all the people who came in this morning. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Surround yourself with love on a Friday. Oh, on a Friday. We're not ready for that yet. So Lady Saw was accused of obiaing. I think I spied she obia. So Lady Saw has come out to prove that she didn't obia nobody. And if you don't believe her, she want God to chop her up, fling her down, mash her up, broke off her foot them and fling them over there to do all kind. If God never do that to the molesters and the child abusers and the rapists them and the man who shoot down granny in our house with our 2 grand picnic them, I don't think God will do that to you. But me I left it right there, so I'm out. Peace. Woi.